Hey, and we're back. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce on News Talk 1380, the Antelope Valley and North LA County source for your news now. I'm Chris Spiker, Antelope Valley florist. Kenneth the engineer. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for being here. Happy Saturday.
Thank you.
Co-host Aaron Goldstein. Aaron, how's it going over there?
It's going pretty well.
Really appreciate your help, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing the camera in and setting up, taking a nice Facebook photo. Who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Gabriella Gode with Castle and Cooke Mortgage, also known as the California Mortgage Girl.
Hey, Gabriella.
How are you doing?
Wonderful.
I am so happy to be here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for taking the invite. You know, we just met you this week at the Business for Breakfast over at Domingo's.
Yep.
And you really know who your friends are when, hey, can you come on the radio show this week? And they say, sure, what time?
Absolutely. You know, it's an honor to be here, and I was happy that you asked me, Chris.
Well, see, that's the advantage. You showed up. Why would somebody go to a meeting at 7 o'clock? You don't know who you're going to meet or what's going to happen.
Right. And it is early.
Yeah.
But it was a good meeting, too.
And you don't know where your business is going to come from.
Right.
But you do, because mortgage is busy all the time.
Mortgage is busy all the time. Absolutely.
Are there a lot of mortgage offices in the Antelope Valley?
There's definitely a handful of good mortgage offices in the valley.
Yeah, okay.
But we want to make Castle and Cooke the best.
And I find out, how did I not know this earlier, you're right next to the flower shop on J.
I just moved there in January.
Oh,
so actually it was pretty much February was kind of our move-in date.
You've put them on the map.
Absolutely.
Wow. And what's your tagline again?
California Mortgage Girl.
I'm going to put that up on the marquee.
Okay, love it.
So,
I love it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. That old marquee.
I'm on the board.
And at night, if you go by, you're going to be on lights.
I love it. Love
Is
it.
that a new addition?
Well, at night the lights come on, Aaron. You know, like when the sun goes down, the lights come on. You've heard of that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's the same way people go by at night. Like the lady that's up there now, Jeanette Mater. She's so thrilled. Oh, my name's in lights. So what does a mortgage company do?
Well, what we do is we help home buyers buy a house, and either there's 3.5% down, which is a FHA loan. So if they could use 3.5% down payment, then we could cover the closing costs with a lender credit. We raise the rate up a little bit. Like right now, the rate's probably like 3.75, but then you raise the rate up, let's say, to 4.25, and we use a lender credit to pay for their closing cost. So they're just walking in with their 3.5% down. But let's say someone...
Where do they get 3.5? Where do they, I mean...
It's just an FHA.
No, but how do they get that?
Well, they could either save for it. They could also get a gift from a family member.
Can't be a loan.
Cannot be a loan. So it has to be either their own funds or they could get a gift from a family member.
But that's not very much.
It's not very much. And let's say they don't have 3.5% to put down. I could get them financing for 100% financing. We use a loan by the name of CalHafa, which helps them. They actually loan them the money for the down payment and the closing cost, so they're pretty much having to walk in with zero.
You're kind of like a really smart banker.
I have been in banking, lending since 1997. I moved up here to the Antelope Valley to do home loans, and almost 20 years I've been doing it, so I definitely know the loan business.
Somebody called you a realtor. You're not a realtor.
I'm not a realtor, but I work with a lot of real estate agents.
But you enjoy the compliment.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
nice.
enjoyed that. So I get a lot of my business from real estate agents. So what I would say to home buyers is definitely hire a real estate agent to find your home, because they know where to find the homes. One, it's hard to find your home on your own. And the real estate agents do a good job for you.
And they get paid.
They get paid, and they don't get paid from the buyer, they get paid from the seller. So a lot of buyers think, like, I don't want to hire a real estate agent because I have to pay for that agent, but they really don't. The seller is actually paying for that agent. So you don't want a buyer just to go to a listing agent, because now that listing agent is taking care of the seller and the buyer.
Yeah.
And they're first contracted with the seller.
So there's almost a conflict.
So it's almost a conflict. So I suggest finding a real estate agent to find the home. They take the offer to the listing agent for them.
Do most people think this out before they get excited and just find a house? Do they go, well, we need to find a professional realtor, we need to get our finances pre-qualified, I guess the
Yeah,
term would
so
be?
basically the first thing they would want to do is get pre-approved. It's called
Pre-approved.
pre-approved these days. Pre-qualify used to be, let's say 5 years ago, everyone got pre-qualified. Now everyone wants to be pre-approved, so you know that that loan is going to close. A lot of real estate agents will not work with a buyer unless they are pre-approved. They're not going to take them in their car, drive them around
Yeah.
if they're not pre-approved.
Makes sense. Wow. So, the prospective buyer, and that's pretty much who you're talking to, that's who you're looking for, just needs to do their homework. So they could almost call you and ask you a series of questions about, are we ready to buy, and
Absolutely.
when can we buy, and
What I do is the first thing I do is take their information, their home address, where they work, how long they've been there. They traditionally need 2 years of income, 2 years of a W-2 or 1099. If you have W-2 income, you want 2 years of that W-2. If you have 1099, you need 2 years of that 1099. From there, after you've been working for 2 years, basically 2 years of income, then I would run your credit. We would analyze the credit against the income that they have, and that's going to determine how much buying power they have for a sales price. And so I could traditionally look at someone's credit report. We can, if they have a lower FICO score, we could help them build up that FICO score. And maybe they can't buy right now, but they could buy in 3 months or 6 months. I always like to help buyers. First thing is run that credit report, and we look at what their scores are. We see what we need to fix it if it does need to be fixed, or we run that credit and they have excellent credit. Then I analyze their income with the debt, and we get them qualified or pre-approved for a home loan.
wow, that's like a service.
It's a service, and it's all free. You don't need to pay for any of that. You don't pay for the credit report. It's a free service that I give. I am doing pre-quals all day long.
Gotcha. Is that fun for you?
I love it.
Yeah,
I
well,
love
good.
what I do.
You-
Yeah.
And you should. So out of 10 people that come in, how many of them go buy a house? Out of 10 people you talk to?
I would say 5 out of 10.
And maybe in 3 months or 6 months, they're coming back.
Yeah.
You were good. Appreciate your help. You're still here. Now we're ready.
Yeah.
Something has fallen into line. And do you have your favorite realtors?
Absolutely. I do.
Yeah. That's what I think, it's like, I know so many realtors.
Well, and you want to work with real estate agents that know what they're doing, because there's so many mistakes that can happen. You also want to work with loan officers that know what they're doing, because if they tell you that they could qualify or you're pre-approved and you go into underwriting and that underwriter catches something that you didn't catch, boom,
Yeah.
they can't buy that house. So
And
you
this
really,
is a month into the process.
yeah, you really need to have a seasoned loan officer look at your items to get you pre-approved. There is a lot of loan officers out there, so you really have to be choosy and use a seasoned loan officer these days. It's just gotten more critical, it's harder to get a loan, but it's not hard to get a loan. To me, it's easy to get a loan, because I could look at someone's credit, look at their income, and really guide them in what they need to do to buy a home.
Maybe off the subject, but do we still want to buy a house, or we just want to rent?
I think if you could buy, it's going to be an advantage for you. You get a tax write-off. You're not wasting your money on rent. I think it's an excellent time to buy. Interest rates are real low. So, I'm thinking interest rates maybe in a year might go up, but they keep talking about they're going up.
Yeah.
But you're talking FHA, you're talking 3.75, and then conventional like 4%. So it's much better than credit card debt.
Right.
So it's a good time to buy.
I'm just wondering, tell me why you joined the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I joined the chamber because I do want to go after consumers. I do get a lot of my business from real estate agents, but I wanted to change that a little bit and go after the consumers. I wanted to be able to basically forward my buyers to my agents as well. So I felt that the chamber was a good place to be, and I love who's in the chamber. I see all these Chris, you and
I'm an old
Mark.
face.
But it's wonderful. You've been networking around town forever, and I appreciate that. And I just, I don't want to be behind my desk all the time. That's where I do most of my business. But I have hired some people that now I could go out in the field and not be behind my desk all the time. So it's time to get out there and network.
For you, everybody is a potential customer.
For me, everybody, yes.
Whether they're a realtor or a big office, it could be an individual or
Correct.
people you just met.
Because I deal with the first-time home buyer, but I also deal with the home buyer that's an investor. That, let's say they have large tax returns, and I'm able to chew through those tax returns and get exactly where they qualify. I mean, that's a big job in itself when you have to go through tax returns. When people do make a lot of money, you know, their tax returns are real big, so it makes it a challenge to have to go through those and figure out what income they are generating.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
So you're making a lot of money, however, it's complicated.
It is complicated, but I love what I do.
Gabriella, what's your contact information? How do people find you?
You could either contact me on my cell, 661-713-3460. You could also Google my name, Gabriella Gode. You'll find me everywhere on the net. And my office number is 661-902-6000.
Next time we're going to talk about Thai.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for being a member of the Lancaster Chamber.
Thank you for having me, Chris.